Hi, I'm Nish,
And I'm Kim.
and this is Big Brother Two Sisters. All right.
Hello.
Uh, well, back again. Episode 3.
Yep.
Reviewing episode 3. What did you think of episode 3?
I have to say, the episode 3, I feel like showed me that there's hope for this season. There's some hope.
Okay, what do
At
you
first, I thought all hope. I'm like, this ain't it. But I'm starting to get a little hope.
Okay, what was giving you those vibes?
Well, first of all, they're playing too hard, too fast.
Okay.
And I just feel like there's going to be drama, and there's so many single people in the house that they put way more single people than they usually put.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like that always leads to some good TV.
But do you think these are the single people that will connect in that way?
I think, I mean, 3 months is a long time.
People start looking good.
And people who you normally wouldn't be looking at, all of a sudden, you're looking at.
That's true.
And I don't think they're bad looking. I just think they're not like bombshells, but
Mm-hmm.
yes, I think they're like when Cam got up to top, all the girls.
Well, he's already, without even needing to be there, he's already attractive.
So if he finds any of them attractive, you can tell all of them are open.
Yeah. Yeah.
The ones that are single.
Hmm. Hmm.
Which I think most of the girls,
Most of the girls are.
most of the girls are. Yeah.
Most of the girls are single. So what got
And
you?
I've been watching the live feeds.
What, okay. Well, okay. What got you excited though? What was like, where you were like, okay, this could be it.
Because there's drama in the live feeds and people are running around, and this HOH was a shit show. And when you see it in the live feeds, it's like, oh yeah, this season's about to be full of drama.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. At first I thought they were going to be boring, but I can just tell no. And then with the new rules and introducing stuff, like it's going to be, I think it's going to be good.
Okay. So we said that we were gonna start with like our rose and our thorn for the episode. Do you have a rose? Like the best part?
I think my rose is what's the name of the HOH?
Angela.
Angela. I think my rose is that I think Big Brother has finally figured out how to do equitable comps.
Hmm.
Not saying every comp can be, they're going to have some physical comps. I mean, it's just no way around it. But I think they're really moving towards having more equitable comps that anybody could win, you know? Because,
That's
you
so
know, they used to,
because
huh?
that's exactly my rose. I
Oh,
like, oh, this is such a great competition that everybody is like an even playing field. Anybody could play it. I thought
mhm.
that's exactly what I was thinking when I was watching. Like, oh wow, this is such a great competition.
So we're thinking alike. And because we've watched the show, all the seasons, we know how some of the times that first comp is
Oh
physical and it's
yeah,
always like one of the beefy guys who wins. And you just don't want to give that personality power right away. You know what I mean? So I like how the power dynamic in the house has shifted because it's literally the mom of the house
yeah. What was your thorn?
who has my thorn is Matt.
Okay.
I don't like Matt, and and in the live feeds, he's like really intense,
Hmm.
and he's running around just talking to everybody, and he's just doing a lot early, and he doesn't blink.
Oh
So
wow.
he just talks really intensely, but he doesn't blink, and I'm like, he's. I don't like watching him. I just feel like he's doing a lot,
I
and I
haven't
have a
heard
feeling
at all.
he's. Hmm,
Other people said that he's intense.
they're not saying it yet, but I think it's coming.
Okay.
Because they are starting to say things like, man, he's everywhere. Like he was just talking to me and he already over there talking to, he's just bouncing around, and what he doesn't realize is people are watching your movements.
Hmm.
If you're in the room talking to me and two other people,
Hmm.
and then I turn around and you're in a room with other people, you got to be careful how you're moving.
Yeah,
And he's just bouncing around because he's just got all this energy. And I'm like, it looks like you're scheming.
that's true.
Even if you're not, it looks like it, but he is.
Um, I think my thorn was I think his name, I'm trying to see, is Quinn,
Yep, with the long hair.
telling Angela that he had the power. That was my,
Why?
there was no need for you to gain her trust
Nope.
by
You're
telling.
not on her radar.
No. And now she's gonna feel, or you're gonna feel some type of like, if she's ever on the block, that you got to take her down or something like that. There was no reason for you, and that was such a good power to keep secret. That was such a good
Because
power to keep secret.
nobody's gonna know it's you. And you could take a big shot with no risk. And at
That was my
any
biggest
time,
point.
somebody can flip on you and tell your secret.
Hmm. Yeah, that was my biggest thorn. There was no reason for him to do that.
Yeah, you're right. And this is what happens when people who don't understand the game play the game.
Hmm.
Because it's just like, if you needed to keep that in your back pocket to share as a way to build trust later on in the game, okay.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't even share it till after it was done. Like if I did it and I got out the person who I wanted to get out and it helped my alliance, I might end up telling my alliance after.
Yeah, afterwards, but there was no reason for him to tell her now.
I think he was just biting at the bit. He felt like he had to tell somebody. He was so happy about his little power.
And you got to learn to be quiet in that game.
You gotta learn to be quiet because it wasn't, you're volunteering information that was not needed.
Mhm. Hold, what's that saying? Like, I'm gonna hold my cards to my chest.
Yep, hold them close to your chest.
That's what they need to do.
It was no need to share that information. She wasn't gunning for him. And you can't trust nobody. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Trust no one.
Hmm. So we're gonna go to our next segment called "The Feeds is Talking," and you've been watching the feeds. Anything that we can disclose from the feeds?
Uh-huh. So the cook, the girl who's the cook who got put up,
Lisa, yeah.
sorry, we're still learning names, guys. She has out, she has been really, she thinks she's being strategic, but she's being too forward with it. So
Um,
she came into the gym area and the boys were working out. And she's like, do you guys want dinner? Because I'm going to prep some dinner. And they're like, yeah, we're working out. We're going to be hungry. And she was like, and just so you guys know, I want to help build those muscles over this summer. I, she was like, I want you guys to know, I want you guys to look your best. And I know that in order for you to look your best, you need a healthy diet. And I'm just telling you, as you guys are working out right in this moment, I can be the person to make sure you're fed correctly. And I just thought it was a little too forward
yeah,
because after she left, they talked about her and not in a positive way.
she's trying to be like Mama Faye, and
Yeah.
she was a cook, but she was a cook because she liked to cook and it was underrated. She didn't throw it in nobody's face. They were like, "Ooh, we love her cook. We gotta have her
Yeah.
in here because we love her cooking." And
Yeah.
also, Lisa, you're not the only cook in the house. You're not the only chef. So
Yes.
it's really not a one up. There's also a male chef in there.
Yeah. So she tried, so she's, and I think, I don't know if that's why she ended up, but she's just, the way she's going about it is she's putting it out there instead of just cooking good food and letting people be like, man, I
It's
don't want her out of here. I want that food. She's being forward
okay.
about it. And so they talked about her after she left. So that's something that happened. Matt been running around the house because she said he was going to be in a showman. They made that small on the show, but it
Mhm.
was actually big in the live feeds.
Wow.
I
Does
mean, it went
anybody
on it.
actually like Matt? Was that even warranted? Does anybody like him?
No,
Okay.
no, I haven't seen any of the girls in the live feed said they like him. They're more looking at Cam.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I feel like I like that. Um, I don't know her name, so I'm just gonna call her Mama. Mama one
Angela.
HOH. Lisa?
Angela.
Angela. That's crazy because that's my mom. So Angela, I like that she won, but I think she's playing too soft. She's being too empathetic. Anybody who want to come talk her ear off, she letting them come in there, talk her ear off, and go on and on and on and on. And she's just trying, but then again, she's using her power to build those connections.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am the mom. You can come talk to me. So I do like that. Now I'll take that back. I like the way she's doing that during her HOH, because when she's not HOH and she's trying to be the mama, it's not going to come off as disingenuous, because she was doing it even when she had the power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other things from the feeds that?
No, the feeds have, no, it's a lot of whispering.
Okay.
And I forget every year how much that triggers me. It's something about the, and then they got those microphones on, so it's just so pronounced.
Yeah.
That I had to turn it off after a while, because I'm just like, what is all the whispering?
What do you think about these powers then? So we talked a little bit about the power that I think his name was Quinn. Quinn had, where he, pretend to be a HOH. I think that was a really good power. I can't remember what the other power was.
Excuse me. The other power was she can veto the nom. But if she vetoed the nom, America puts the person up.
And that was that one, right?
Yes, McKay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now from what I know, she hasn't told anybody yet.
That's good. Like, you should never, if you have a secret power, it doesn't. There's no benefit to tell anybody that you have it. There's
especially the power that Quinn had. It protects him fully. Mm-hmm. So why share it? Because you might end up wanting to get off somebody who you're in alliance with or you're close with, who's a threat. You don't know how this game is going to play out. You sit on that, mm-hmm. because he would be able to do all of that with no. That is the best power I think you could have.
And for 4 weeks,
that's a good power.
Telling her, I'm sorry, he's crazy. You don't know her yet. You don't know.
But that might be a testament to Angela, that she is really doing a good job.
I told you she was my number one last week. I said, mm-hmm. I think Angela could win this game.
I think she has the personality and the spirit that makes people want to talk to her, because they've been in and out of her room all week. Mm. So maybe he really didn't go in there with the intentions of telling her that, but the way she is, I think it can get you caught up, and next thing you're telling your business. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that might be that Angela's just so warm.
Yeah, that she's getting all this info from people.
But it was still a dumb move. It was a dumb move.
Yeah. So next we want to go to, you remind me of someone. So does anyone in the house remind you of any past season players?
I would say the girl who's the cook, only because she's trying to play that game. Mm-hmm. It's been played before by multiple people over the years.
Yeah, there's always someone who wants to come in and cook. It's every
So it's clear to me she's watched some seasons, mm-hmm. because she's trying to situate herself in that role, which makes sense because she's a cook. Mm-hmm. But she's not doing it in the way that people in the past had. It's supposed to be subtle.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to cook good food and keep cooking good food. Mm-hmm. She's announcing it. So I would say she reminds me of a few members even though I think it was season 2 or 3, there was somebody who stayed because she cooked. So it's been going on since the beginning of Big Brother. So I would say.
Yeah, I think right now, nobody else is giving me vibes of past players, except for, I can't remember who came in really hard last year. I remember somebody came in playing so hard, kind of like Angela. But I can't remember who that was. But it's so good too how the two mascots, she didn't even think about putting them up. She's actually going to be in alliance with them. She's trying to do or whatever. So yeah, I think that was really good, because that would have been an easy, that would have been easy. Hey.
And you don't kick it. It's good. She's a mother. You don't kick people while they're down. Like they already got. But what about these new rules? Because now she got to have 3 nominees, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. It's already hard enough to piss off 2 people. Yeah. Maybe even 3 with a veto. Mm-hmm. Now it could be up to 4 people.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
I don't know why they did 3 people. I'm still a little confused on 3 people.
Yeah, and aren't they going to do the votes in private?
Yeah, that's why I was confused. They said something about we won't even know until last minute. I'm like, you won't even know what till last minute. Because
I think, and I got to go back and watch, but I think what they said, and we'll verify it on the next show. But I think what the rule is that everyone will, that they will. I don't know. No, that doesn't make sense. We got to figure out what that rule is
yeah,
because they did say that.
yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? The nominees are told already. So I just don't see
Yeah.
the purpose of three nominees. I do see, I do like if they had something where, uh, like the nominee and the nomination and eviction were like the same time or something like that. That would make sense to do three or.
That would make because yeah.
But what's the purpose of three right now? I don't know.
I don't know. And like even when she said I got to come up with a third person, I'm like, this is a lot for just the first HOH.
Yeah, three people is too much. And then
And
three
even if she was sitting up there like she was about to cry, like I just had to find three people. Three people is a lot week one.
three people playing for veto plus the other people that could play. Uh
So we'll see.
in
I'm
that,
getting you.
no, they can't do that all year. They can't do three people all year.
They can't do three people there. Mm-mm.
That's too much.
So we'll see. I'm not for sure yet. I'm not willing to say that this season is not going to be trash, but I have more hope than I did when they introduced. It is always like that every year because when they bring them in, we don't know them. We're like, this is
Yeah.
not good. So you just got to get to know the people. So I feel like after kind of watching live feeds a little bit this week, seeing how they edited the episode, and anybody who has not watched the live feeds before, when you watch the live feeds, and Nisha can attest to this because we over the last few years we watched a lot of live feeds, and you watch how they edit the show.
Yeah.
It's almost like two
Different shows.
It's like the live feeds are such a different feeling.
I'm gonna try to watch the live feeds a little bit more.
It's
But
hard.
I just can't. I'm trying to get into this season. We'll see.
Let's give it a chance. It's only episode 3, which technically should be episode 2 because them two first episodes should have been one episode.
Yeah.
It should have brought everybody in at the same time and played that game at once. Like, what are we doing?
we haven't locked in on our winners yet, like our set people we want to do yet.
I need more time.
But from just these last few episodes, who you thinking now today? Who would you pick to win?
Quinn. Although he made a stupid decision by telling her about his power, I'm watching people in the house and I'm looking at who's rising to the top. And the loudest people in the room are the people who you can better believe are going to be going home. Even Angela's loud.
Yeah.
It's the people who are in the background. It's the people who kind of get along with everybody. It's the people who can camouflage with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people who can be flexible and go with the flow, who can last long.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of his name. Here, Joseph, with the mustache.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Thinking him or Angela.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe not Angela now because I feel like she's put a big target on her back by being so vocal. Like I didn't watch the feed, but I did see a clip on Twitter of her yelling at Matt on the stairs, like in front of everybody, just going in. And even though, like, even if you yelling at him might have been warranted,
it's not a good look.
Not a good look. It's a lot going on. So,
and it's putting you at the forefront of people's mind. If she was smart, she would just be in there being loving and motherly, even when she has the power. Like I said, that way, the next week when she don't have the power and she's being loving and motherly, people are just like, man, this is just who she is. She needs to play that role to a T. Not on the steps arguing with folks. That's not in your role.
Arguing, hollering.
Yeah.
So, I mean, last week she was my one to win, but now I'm gonna have to go with Joseph, just because he is low key. He doesn't look like he's a threat. But I did see. I don't know if that Kennedy. I don't know if that's his name or Kenny, the cop.
Yep.
I did notice that the cop was eyeing him when Matt was talking. When Matt was
Mm.
saying Angela,
Mm-hmm.
the cop was watching how Matt really was like kind of like dodging his eyes and wasn't really saying anything. I think the cop
Mm-hmm.
picked that up like, why he ain't saying nothing? Like he might be,
Mm-hmm.
working with Angela or something. I don't know. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
also think the cop won't make it that far.
Nope. You can just tell by his personality. He's not social enough, I don't think.
Um,
They're not gonna keep you around because you're just you sitting around looking like a cop, bro.
mhm. That's why I was saying he was eyeing Joseph down. I'm like, dang, Joseph, he
Hmm.
eyeing you down. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
the cop might be one to go soon. But my vote is Angela and Joseph right now.
Okay. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna stick with Quinn right now. I mean, he has that power. He seems likable. He's kind of in the background. Um, he's not gonna get caught up in a showmance or anything. We can pretty much guarantee that.
Mhm.
So yeah. And let's see what happens.
Yeah,
I,
let's
I'm
see what happens.
let's see what happens.
So Wednesday is veto.
Hmm.
Thursday's eviction night, and we'll be back Friday.
Hmm.
Sum up those 2 nights, and then catch you guys up on anything that happened on the feeds.
Yes. So let's get ready. We're gonna have a lot of inside information. We're gonna make sure to keep up on these feeds and stuff. And we're gonna make sure that we get that information to you guys.
All right, we hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.